updates here from Pop Turn. I speak to Colton Osorio about One Piece dropping worldwide on Netflix August 31st. Welcome to the show, man. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
I mean, this is so exciting. I mean, I know, during this interview, you can't say much and everything because we still have a little bit to go until people get to see One Piece and everything. But I do wanted to ask about the audition process for the show because I feel like every audition is different. Did you audition for the character you got? Did you audition for multiple roles? What was that like for you?
When I first received the audition, I was filming Cha Smooth in Pennsylvania, and we literally did the self-tape inside of the hotel, and I had to rush to get back to set. And a week later, I went back home, had a couple director sessions, and my agents got an email saying that I booked the role, and then my dad found out I booked the role, and then I hadn't known yet. So my dad decided to surprise me, so he recorded me walking to my room, and he's like, "Colton, we're going to South Africa." And on my face, I was shocked. And it took me a while to process. I'm like, what? Like, what do you mean? It's like, you booked the role of Young Luffy. And I almost burst out into tears. I was just so happy. And it was so much to process in 1 second. And the next day I woke up, I'm like, wow, I really did it. It was one of the happiest days of my life.
Yeah, I'm so happy for you. It's so amazing. And, it's cool because, obviously the One Piece universe, super popular manga series. Everyone knows about it. It's always been around. I feel like it just got more elevated when the Netflix series got announced and everything. Even before we knew cast and anything, when it was announced, everyone was so excited about a live action One Piece series. What's it like just being part of this One Piece universe? Like, it must just be crazy.
I am so honored to be a part of this One Piece community and the family, and it's going to be such a great show. I can't believe August 31st. Oh my goodness. That's just so amazing. And one thing I wanted to try was a fan meet and greet, right? And I feel like that would be really cool to have, and like those little connections and interactions with my fans and stuff, and like all the support. It's just so awesome.
It's so cool. And I know we have a while until the show comes out, and we got to be very careful with spoilers and everything. What can you tell me about Young Luffy specifically?
Luffy is super optimistic leader, and he's always up for a good challenge. And with all the pain he's been through, he doesn't let that get in the way of him being humble. And I feel like that we can all learn a lesson from Luffy, and being positive. Since he's really optimistic, that's really the best way to look at life. And that's truly being positive. You always got to find the light in the dark.
I mean, you play the future king of the pirates. I mean, it's pretty crazy to think about, right?
Yeah.
And getting back to the audition quickly, did you do a lot of research for the role?
It was I did research it, but it was after the first audition that I had that I started researching it because I didn't know that it was Young Luffy until after. They had named it a different name. It was Young Tiago, I believe, and I found out after that it was Young Luffy, and that was awesome.
For sure. And I did want to ask another question too. Whether you've been on a set, one time or 30 times, you're always going to learn something, I feel like, every time. You know what I mean? So I wanted to know, working on One Piece, what were some learning experiences from an acting storyteller perspective for Colton Osorio?
Of course, it was really like a real life world. So I was learning everything, like every day, pretty much. Every day I was on set. Every day I was off set. I got to learn all these new things. I was watching One Piece in South Africa. As I was filming One Piece, so that was also really funny.
How long was the shoot in South Africa?
For me, it was 3 months. I'm not sure about like the full estimate, but
okay, so you were there for 3 months. Okay, so you really got to kind of like immerse yourself into like the One Piece world.
Yeah, 100%. And South Africa, Cape Town, it's just probably my favorite place in the world.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I feel like now it's going to maybe be like a vacation spot for you, right? Like it's going to be somewhere you want to visit a lot. I mean, 3 months is a while. Like you really got to know the cities, I bet.
Yeah, I was living there. So yeah. It was a lot of walking around, and it was a journey itself. I mean, One Piece is also an adventure, but it was an adventure itself.
It's so crazy. And last question before we wrap up. I kind of similar to the question about what it's like to be part of the One Piece universe. I mean, you said it, people are eventually going to see it. They still got to wait, but they got to see it August 31st. But like, you hope they have a good time when they watch it, right? But is there anything else you hope they get out of it, takeaway wise?
One thing I thought about before filming this was that when I started researching it, is that Luffy has a role model, and I feel like we all have those idols and role models that we look up to, that we love, that we always want to support and want to be more like. And that for Luffy is Shanks, and I feel like we can all take a lesson from that.
That's really well said. And I can't wait for people to see it August 31st. All the episodes are going to drop. It's going to be crazy. I'm so happy for you and your family, your team. Congratulations. Colton, thank you so much for coming on Pop Turnival. It was great chatting with you.
Thank you so much for having me. I had a great time.
Absolutely. There's an Instagram account people can keep up to date with, right? Is it just your name?
Colton Osorio and One Piece Netflix. It's everywhere.
Absolutely. Well, this has been Pop Turnival, youtube.com/Pop Turnival. Previous episodes. You can, of course, catch Colton Osorio as Young Luffy in One Piece, which is going to be dropping worldwide on Netflix August 31st. Till next time, this is Colton and PD Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Pop Turnival. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Pop Turnival on YouTube. Be sure to like Pop Turnival on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.